Good day, everyone. Today we have another What If episode. If you like these types of videos, consider subscribing to the channel to keep up to date with all our videos. But let's get into this video. As we know, going back to Return of the Jedi, the Emperor uses Force lightning on Luke. And if it wasn't for Darth Vader picking up the Emperor and throwing him into the shaft, the Emperor would have killed Luke. So what would have happened if the Emperor's lightning was, say, just too powerful right away and he ended up killing Luke? Well, first things first. We know that Vader just lost his hand and his lightsaber to Luke just a few minutes before. We also know that Vader is right beside the Emperor when the Emperor uses Force lightning on Luke. So the first thing I believe that would happen is Vader would just be silent at first, while the Emperor just laughed. At this point, I do think Vader would be saddened about Luke's death, and then become angry towards the Emperor. I think Vader would then use the Force to get Luke's green lightsaber that Luke threw away not long before that. As he did that, I believe the Emperor would sense this and be on his guard, taking out his own lightsaber. The two of them would have a duel, but since Vader only has one hand, the duel probably not go Vader's way. Sure, he'll put up a fight, and may do well for a bit, but I do think the Emperor would in the end outduel Vader. At that point, I think the Emperor would just Force lightning Vader to cause him a lot of pain. I really don't think the Emperor would kill Vader though. I think Vader would be tortured enough to make him submit to the Emperor again, at least for a little while. I would think that Vader would plan to kill the Emperor at a later time, when he's least suspecting it, and when he both has his limbs again. As for the rebels, they would be able to still blow up the Death Star, but I think the Emperor and Vader would have left way before that. The Emperor would still have power, and would probably go someplace in secret to come up with another Death Star or something like that. I mean, he really likes his Death Stars, right? There would be no negotiations for peace, since Palpatine is still alive. He may even enact a plan of destroying planets as soon as he can. All the while, Vader is in his shadow. As for Leia, Force Ghost Luke, Obi-Wan, Yoda could potentially train her. However, I don't think she'd go far in her training after having Ben. And without Luke, no one trains Ben Solo, but that doesn't mean that he can't be turned to the dark side by Palpatine, or perhaps a servant of Palpatine like Vader or Snoke. No one would be left to train Rey either, so her story would not go very far, and there'd be no quest for her to find Luke. No one would know about Ahch-To, and no one would have gathered Jedi texts for the next generation of Jedi. Hope would have been lost to the galaxy, including Broom Boy. Poor Broom Boy. Yes, I do think Palpatine would still have Rey as his granddaughter, as that was a plan of his. Perhaps Palpatine would have found her eventually on Jakku, and then transferred his essence into her to be younger and more powerful. Then get rid of Vader and Ben Solo, and anyone else that posed a challenge to Palpatine. So what'd you think of this, What If? I did find it a bit hard to do, as we don't have too much info between Return of the Jedi and The Force Awakens besides some books. I do think that Luke played a big part in the story overall to bring hope to the galaxy. I just think that Palpatine would just get more powerful until the time that he did transfer his essence to Rey, and then he would pretty much have unlimited power. But let me know your thoughts on this, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Take care, and have a great day.